Yes guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a new video and what is hopefully the first of a new mini-series on the channel. Today we will be talking about the Newcastle United centre-back situation. In future episodes I want to talk about full-backs, goalkeeper, midfielders and strikers, but today it is Newcastle United centre-backs, players we currently have in the squad, as well as potential transfer targets moving into the summer. And I do have a few named examples, but also I want to talk about the type of player we want to try and bring in this summer to either add to the squad or replace current players in the squad. And as always, I want you guys to let me know your thoughts down below. So, let's get on with it. Since Eddie Howe joined Newcastle United, we have predominantly played with four at the back, which means two centre-backs, and the two centre-backs who have had the majority of game time under Eddie Howe are Dan Burn, who we signed in the January window, 30 years old and has 2 years left on his contract, and Fabian Schär, again 30 years old and has just signed a new 2-year contract. In addition to them, we have three, or you could say four, other centre-backs at the club, starting off with Jamal Lascelles, 28 years old and has 2 years left on his deal as well, and is the club captain. It's actually a shame what has happened with Lascelles, because at one point he really did look like a young upcoming English centre-back, was given the club captaincy, and for whatever reason, whether it's confidence issues, I'm not sure, but I feel it's really fell off in terms of quality over the last year or so, and I do see the gap between Burn, Schär and Lascelles, and that's why he's just not getting the game time anymore. He's in fact linked with a move away this summer, back to Nottingham Forest, the team we bought him from, have now been promoted, and he's being linked with a move to them this summer, so we could possibly see him go. In addition, we also have Kieran Clark, 32 years old, 1 year left on his deal. Now I expect him to leave this summer. He was not included in the squad for the second half of this season, so I expect him to go. We also have Fernandez, 33 years old now, with 1 year left on his deal. Again, I would not be surprised to see him leave this window as well. He hasn't had any game time really this season. Injuries, I think fitness, and I think age are playing a factor there. Now, don't get me wrong, for a time Fernandez was our best centre-back for a while, but he's not, I think, keeping up with the Schärs and Burns that we've got now. And you could also include Paul Dummett as well. I won't really for this video, but he's 30 years old. He's just signed a new 1 year deal, and in theory he could play centre-back as well. You could even say Kraft could as well, but we won't concentrate on them today. Newcastle are already linked with a move for a centre-back this summer, and the reason is that we need to bring in more quality to that position. Behind Dan Burn and Schär, there is a definite gap leading into Lascelles, Clark and Fernandez, and that is why the three of them are also linked with potentially moving away this summer. And something else that you might have picked up on as I went through each of the players is that Newcastle have an ageing population in our centre-back position. Burn is 30, Clark is 32, Fernandez 33, Lascelles 28, turning 29 this year, Schär 30, even Dummett's 30 as well, so we want to bring in quality that can instantly improve the side, but I think it's also important that we look to bring in some youth to the centre-back position as well. Which brings me nicely on to talking about the player that we are highly rumoured to be linked with this summer, and that is Sven Botman. And I have just named him there, but I would like to use him as an example of the type of player that we should be looking at this summer. First of all, he's a quality player, has already won Ligue 1 at Lille, plays alongside Jose Font, started his career at Ajax, at the age of 22 has already got quite a lot of experience and is already a very good centre-back, so straight away he will be coming in to rival Dan Burn and Schär for a starting spot, so straight away it's adding quality to the side. And then second of all, he's bringing that youth as well. 22 years old. Again, if you think a footballer can play for till they're 31, 32, 33, he could potentially be bringing in, you know, up to 10 years worth of play time for Newcastle. It's not just a here and now signing. You know, back in January when we were linked with someone like Diego Carlos, who's 29, you know, that's not really what we're looking to bring in now. It's a Sven Botman. It's a player who is already at a very good standard and can now grow with the team over a number of years, and I think that's why he is so highly linked. If we go back to our 5 centre-backs, we've got Burn, we've got Shaw, we've got Botman or a Botman type young quality player. We then also have a 4th choice centre-back, and then we've got a 5th choice centre-back. So the 5th is going to be Lascelles or Fernandez or whoever sticks around. So what's happening with this 4th choice? Well, if we could go out and buy 2 Sven Botmans, that would be great. 2 young quality centre-backs, that would be amazing. But using Botman as an example, again, he is valued at around 50 million. Are we going to go out and spend 100 million on 2 centre-backs? I don't think so. And that is why we are currently linked with 2 types of centre-back. And the second type we are being linked with is someone like Tarkowski from Burnley, who's currently on a free. He's 29 years old. He's Premier League proven. He would come in and instantly improve our squad depth in the centre-back position. And, in fairness, I think would still be competitive for the potential first-team place as well. He's not going to come in and sit on the bench and do nothing. He's going to come in and still rival those first 3 for a spot, but ultimately would cost us nothing and would improve the squad. And again, I know Tarkowski is also linked with Everton, Aston Villa, and a whole load of other sides. But again, generally, that's the example that I'm using for the second type of centre-back that we are also being heavily linked with this window. So that is my 5 centre-back idea going into the summer. Obviously, there are alternatives. One could be Burn, Shaw, young quality centre-back, Lascelles and Fernandez. So that would be bringing in just 1 centre-back this summer. Again, you could look at doing Burn, Shaw, young quality centre-back, Lascelles and Dummett. So you let Fernandez go, but Dummett can be the 5th choice centre-back. If I'm honest, I don't think I would be particularly happy with that. I think we need to bring in 2 centre-backs. And again, if we could bring in 2 young, expensive centre-backs, that would be great. But also, I'm not against the idea of bringing in a Botman and a Tarkowski. Someone who can come in and can just instantly improve the squad depth. Hasn't really cost us too much. And again, if you look at it over, more of a long-term process, bringing in 2 young centre-backs who are unknown to this league and trying to throw them both in the deep end could be tough. So maybe do 1 now, and then next summer, we then let Fernandez go, or let Lascelles go, or whoever's stuck around for that extra season. Dummett has got a 1-year extension, let him go. And then next summer, we go out and spend again in that centre-back position. Which also opens up the question, who will be our starting centre-backs at the start of next season? Now, obviously, we haven't signed anyone yet, so I will not jump the gun. But do you think it will be Burn and Shaw? Or do you think we're actively looking to replace one of those players? Again, Botman, if he came in, would he replace Burn or Shaw? He's left-footed, so would he play with Shaw? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to click here, where I did a full deep dive into the player Sven Botman, his past career at Ajax, Lille, winning the league. Everything you need to know about him is in that video there, so be sure to give it a click. And again, if you enjoyed this type of video, be sure to like and subscribe. I hope to do a few more like this for other positions in the Newcastle squad. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.